Hey guys, what's up? Pit Martha here, and welcome back to Let's Play Spinning Around in Circles. Actually, it's Pokemon Colosseum, in case you couldn't tell, but in the last episode, we went through Pirate Cave and defeated Mirror B and his Ludicolo army. And apparently Rui remembered that she was supposed to be going to visit her grandparents at Agate Village, and so that unlocks. So in this episode, we're going to be heading there and taking care of some stuff. Maybe perhaps getting to the next location, because there's not too much to do here at the current point in time. But yep, this is Agate Village. As you can probably guess, the house with the giant tree on top of it is Rui's grandparents' house. The air tastes a lot different here. Yeah, it's probably got less dirt in it. That's probably why. Now, before we go visit her grandparents, there's actually a few things I want to do, and one thing I want to mention since it's not going to be here yet, but I'll probably end up getting a comment about it. First and foremost, down here, you can see there's a guy blocking that little entrance right there, but we'll be going inside of there shortly because, of course, the bad guys will manage to break through the army of one person. But anyway, right here we have a Quick Claw, which I definitely want to pick up for the Quagsire. Now what Quick Claw does is, during battle, occasionally it will allow the Pokemon holding it to attack first, you know, regardless of their speed or whatever. Now since Quagsire on my team will easily have the lowest speed, it makes sense that I would give it to him. I know it's not going to activate 100% of the time, but I'd rather, you know, have a chance of going first than having no chance of going first. Personally, I think somewhere around here, once you beat a certain area, which I will probably mention later on, there was a girl here who will give you a cologne case, and by doing that, you'll be able to purchase the Vivid, Joy, and whatever the other scent is at the Pokemon Center, or the Pokemon Mart in this area. Secondly, I'm going to go up here and talk to this old man, because he will give you a berry once per day. I believe it's just random. I don't think there's any order what it is. But the cherry berry is a hold item for your Pokemon that will heal paralysis in battle. Unfortunately, it only works once, but hey, what are you going to do? And lastly, if we go behind Rui's grandparents' house, just go around the giant tree and down here, we can get to this box, which contains the EXP share. Now what the EXP share does, as you can well imagine from the name, when you give this to a Pokemon, even if they don't participate in a battle, they can still get experience points. In this case, they will get half of the experience, and the other half will be split between the two Pokemon that did take part in the battle. If it does take part in the entire battle, it will get 3/4 of the experience, while the other Pokemon gets 1/4. If it switches out or in, and there's 3 Pokemon that take part in the battle normally, I don't know what the fraction is, but that's in effect how it works. If you've got a Pokemon that's behind the rest of your team, that will be the item to give it, and help it catch up. Either way, Rui, in this case Jay, mentions the Shadow Pokemon and whatnot right before we get interrupted by this guy, who we saw earlier. And sure enough, the bad guys have infiltrated the Relic Shrine, or whatever it was called. I wasn't really paying attention. So now we're going to head down there momentarily. First, I want to go to the Pokemon Mart and show you where the actual scents are, as well as what else they give you here. You can buy some potions, as well as a full heal. You'll notice that they also have revives here, so I'm actually going to get another one of these real quickly. Or another 2, rather. You'll notice that they also have the HP Up, Protein, Iron, Carbos, Calcium, Zinc, and all these. We got a couple of these in the Pirate Cave. Not all of them, but a few that raise certain stats permanently. As you can see, though, they're very, very expensive relative to the rest of what's on here, so I would not recommend buying these. Maybe late game, whenever you've got a lot of extra money. And we also have the Joy, Excite, and Vivid Sense, which will, it says they please Pokemon. What that means is if you have the Cologne case to use them with, if you've got Shadow Pokemon and you use one of those, it will lower the heart gauge by a certain amount depending on which one you used. Now, honestly, it's not the best way to get Shadow Pokemon, you know, back to normal. The best way to do it would still be through battling, no contest. And apparently Rui got stuck on the wall. She can do that quite a bit, actually, so, you know, if you just want to hang by yourself for a little while, you can do that, but once you go off screen, then of course she'll be back. Now, fortunately, the first 3 battles of 4 are ridiculously easy as long as you put the right type inside of the battle. This first one, Electric, will work fine because it is a Carvanha and a Steel, so wouldn't worry about it too much. Now, I'm actually going to show these battles, main reason being is they're very, very quick, and also because I've been speeding up quite a bit of the battles, you know, at least in the last 2 parts I did. And so I'm going to go ahead and, you know, show you what a normal battle's like, since this one's not a boss battle or anything like that. It's not Mirror B, but, you know, it's been a while since we've seen a normal battle that hasn't been sped up, so why not? I mean, this one's pretty easy anyway. You can pretty much send out whoever you want. You'll probably win with no problems, but electric would be recommended. Fire would be, you know, advised against. Obviously, you don't want to have fire getting doused out by water, but especially because Carvana will typically use Surf right here. The only way you're going to, you know, potentially lose this is if you send out a fire, or lose any Pokemon on your team, is what I should say. Even though they are a higher level than your Shadow Pokemon team, and, you know, potentially your Umbreon and Espeon, there's still absolutely no threat at all. Which, in a way, it's kind of funny, because it seems like you are, you know, under-leveled at this point, but really, since the movesets for the enemy are so bad, it's not that big a deal. And now that I've saved Spheal for last, because I think it's adorable, I'm going to have to kill it, sadly. Sorry, Spheal. And there you have it. Ouchies. Okay then. All the ouchies. Seems like that's what your Pokemon should be saying, but okay. Why are the villages so ridiculously strong? You got beat by 2 people in a row, so everyone is suddenly ridiculously strong? Whatever. Anyway, for this next battle, I'm going to switch out for Quilava because it is 2 grass types, so Fire will obviously work wonders here. Once again, it's just another team of 2. The third one has 3, but once again, they're all weak to 1 type, so it is kind of funny that they have teams that are set up so easily to be beaten. And the funny part also about it is since I played at least through a little bit of it, in Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, which is the sequel to this game, this area is still, you know, it's still part of the game. It's a little bit earlier, I suppose, story-wise, but it's still part of the game. And during this part, you'll fight a couple trainers as well, but they're not Cypher Peons or anything like that. They're actually specifically designed to help you get the heart gauge lowered on your Pokemon that you're trying to, you know, prevent, or you're trying to switch back into normal Pokemon. So it's funny that they, you know, act like it's a training ground, which is in effect what it is here. They don't say that's what it is here, but that's pretty much what it is. This is a great spot to just work on, you know, getting the heart gauge taken down for any of your Pokemon, because, you know, after you beat these 3 and then also the boss, you can, I believe at that point, you can start purifying all of your Pokemon. It might be after this, actually, but I'm not entirely sure. I guess we'll find out. So I'm going to go ahead and Bite, and Flame I'll switch it up this time, because I'm pretty sure Bite can take out Shroomish. Keep in mind, it still does have Effect Spore, so if you hit it with a physical attack, it might paralyze or poison you, but, I mean, it's not that big a deal, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just note that if it happens, that's why. Now, I suppose since I haven't used Swablu, or since Swablu hasn't, you know, gotten all the heart gauge fixed, I don't believe has, anyway. Nope, still got some of it left. I'm going to switch it out for Quilava, not because flying is good right here, but actually because the strongest one for this third battle right here is actually Dark, and since I've already got Umbreon set up, might as well have Swablu work on the heart gauge. Another good choice would have been Quagsire, you know, use Surf on the ball toy. That would have worked really well, but either one works. It's completely up to you. Like I said, this one actually has 3. She has a Curly and a ball toy, and also that Ralts right there, so keep in mind that once you do beat one of those 2, Curlia will show up, but it shouldn't be that big a deal, so let's go ahead and get rid of Ralts. See if I can put ball toy to sleep here. I know Sync's got really, really bad accuracy, I know this. But it's worth a shot. Did we get it? Yes, we did. Wow. I thought I'll distract Ball Toy for at least a little bit here. Bite Curlia. You Shadow Rush on Baltoy, because I'm assuming Bite should kill Curly in one hit. Nope, didn't. Baltoy's fast asleep, what a surprise. Oh, that's even better, actually. Swap into Hyper Mode, so I can just call it next turn. Bite again. Another thing is also, another reason for showing the battles, rather, is because of this, after this anyway, there's going to be a part where we go to Mount Battle and we've got to fight 10 trainers. One of them's the boss at the very end, obviously. But those other 9's going to be a great spot for, you know, whatever's left of Swablu's heart gauge will be fixed by the end of that, so. Just another bonus to this kind of part of the game. I mean, if you already know what you're going to have for your team and they're not, you know, available yet, then oh well. But if you choose your team early like I do, then this works really well. In fact, I should get another move for Swablu now because its heart gauge went down another bar. I'm not entirely sure what it is. I think it's what is it? Is it? It starts with an S. I think it's Safeguard. It might not be. I think it's Safeguard. We're gonna find out. Hey, it's Safeguard. All right. I actually did good. Quite surprised. I might as well get in my video game powers for today until I, you know, go work on something else later. That a game that I just got in, which will be a Let's Play eventually, and it's gonna be really weird because it's totally not a Nintendo game at all. And if that shows up, it'd be a bit of a surprise, I'm sure. But either way, since I'm apparently shockingly strong, even though I did not use my electric types, I know it's a bad joke. But anyway, now that we've beaten all 3 of those, the last one is not really a boss. It's more like a mini-boss battle, but he does have a Shadow Pokemon, so be sure to save and heal before going into this. Unless you want to go try to catch it later. Which, if you want to, fine, go ahead. Oh hey, there's a picture of a Torchic on the wall. Never noticed that before. Thank you. And we're going to save here. And now that we are all set, I'll organize my team before going to the mini-boss battle and, you know, giving you guys recommendations on what to use and what Pokemon he'll have. Now you can go out into this light right here, just don't go too far forward once you get to the next area. You can talk to the guy from a second ago if you want. What should we do? Now anyway, Cypher Peon that we're going to be fighting has a Hitmontop, a Wynaut, and a Clamperl, and a Geodude. The Hitmontop's his Shadow Pokemon, so I'd recommend not using Umbreon immediately. Later on for snagging the Hitmontop, sure, but immediately, no. What I would recommend is Flaffy for the electricity to take out Clamperl, and either Espeon or Quagsire to deal with the Geodude. Either one of those will work just well. I'll probably just keep it Espeon for now. I mean, either one will work, so it's not the big deal. As for the Wynaut, it's a joke, and I'll explain why once we get to that point in the battle if Wynaut doesn't come out first. But either way, I think we're ready. So yes, it's like, who are you and what are you doing here? And now, if we had read the manual or the little book things that we've been picking up earlier, we would know exactly what this is all about. It's about destroying this relic here because it's one of the ways to purify Shadow Pokemon, which means bring them back to normal. And obviously, since they want the Shadow Pokemon to be all over the world, they have to destroy stuff like that. So now we're just going to watch a quick little battle between Scrub's level 38 Shadow Hitmontop and a level 50 Pikachu from Egan. Yeah, you'd think being 12 levels higher it would have a clear advantage here, but in all honesty, it has quick attack, and it will last for 2 rounds. It's really weak. I mean, sure, it goes first, but it's got really bad defense, apparently, and it's just, I don't know. It's a battle that Egan is meant to lose. Like, no matter what happens in the battle, he will not win. Sometimes the Hitmontop won't get a critical, sometimes the quick attack he has will miss, but I mean, really, he's not going to win. And now we fight him. So we already know he has the Shadow Hitmontop. So let's see what else shows up in addition to that, because I believe he always sends out the Hitmontop first. Alright, good, he sent out Geodude. That's what I was hoping he would do. I mean, the Clamperl would have worked as well. Either one would have worked, in all honesty, but I was hoping Geodude would be the first shove, because I can beat that easily. I'd rather focus on using Flaffy to paralyze it. Yes, yes, Intimidate. We know how it works. Alright, so we're going to use Confusion on Geodude, and I'm going to paralyze him on top with Thunder Wave. Now, if Clamperl had shown up first, I probably would have just attacked it with both Espeon and Flaffy, because, you know, Electricity would have been super effective against it, so I'm actually glad Geodude came out first so I could use up a turn to paralyze Hitmontop. It just seemed to work better. It seems to work better. Now that that's out of the way, we can take care of the Clamperl this round. I'm pretty sure Thunder Shock will not beat Clamperl in one hit, so don't expect it to, so go ahead and hit it with both attacks. Because I don't think Confusion will take it out either, so yeah, go ahead and hit it both times. Assuming you're using the same, you know, set as I am, which you very well might not be. But Clamperl's got a pretty high defense, and it also has moves that raises its own defense, so yeah, it can take a couple hits. Alright, now for the biggest joke on his team by far is the Wynaut. Wynaut knows Counter and Mirror Coat, and I think that's all it knows. Which means if you don't attack Wynaut during this battle, it literally cannot do anything. Since all of its moves are Counter, if you don't attack it, it will use one of the two moves it knows, and the move will fail every single time. So at this point right now, even though normally I say get the Shadow Pokemon all by itself and then try to capture it, you can go for it right now if you want, because in all honesty, there's no reason to do anything otherwise. So I'm going to use Return, and I'm also going to switch out now for Umbreon. Oh, that's right, Wynaut has a Shadow Tag. That's true. I did not think of that. So I will use Cotton Spore on Hitmontop and lower its speed. I know it's paralyzed, but there's a very good chance it could still be faster than some of my other ones. I'm only going to use it once. Oh, it missed, though. And wow, his attack missed. And of course, that's going to fail, like I said. Okay, we're going to use Return again, and I guess this time we'll use... hopefully this won't do a lot of damage. I don't think it will, because Return didn't seem to do that much. But I guess we'll find out. Okay, yeah, that didn't do very much. If Flaffy does get taken out here, then it's not the end of the world. In fact, it's actually probably a good thing Flaffy did get taken out, because now I can set out Umbreon and use a little bit weaker attacks. Swift is kind of limited here because, you know, Wynaut's counter move and it will hit them both, so... And also, do keep in mind that there's not a lot of good fighting types in this game. I mean, Makuhita's pretty bad. I know somebody that used him in a playthrough, and you know, Makuhita didn't turn out that good, so... I can speak secondhand on saying it's not the best one in the world to have, so... This is another chance to get a fighting type, and like I said, they're not very common, so this is a good chance to get a fighting type if you want one. Alright, I'm going to stick to Secret Power now, assuming Umbreon stays alive from this, which he very well might, because he's got pretty high health and defense, even though it's super effective, yeah. Why not use Counter? But it failed! Yeah. That's pretty common, actually. What a surprise. I'm not going to attack it twice this turn. I think once should be good. Now, whatever you do, because I will tell you Hitmontop takes a lot of attempts to catch, or at least every time I play the game, do not use Confuse Ray on it because it will kill itself. I do remember that happening, and it was... I think I killed it like 3 or 4 times the last time I played through this game. It was ridiculously annoying, so... Yeah, do watch out for that. Alright, now I can kind of send out whoever I want, really. So, Swablu, I suppose, for getting your heart gauge down a little bit further. If nothing else, I can put Wynaut to sleep. Which doesn't really matter, but, you know, I could do it. In fact, that's probably what I will do. But first, I don't know why this is all the way down here. Let's try a Great Ball, and if that fails twice, we'll go for the Ultra Balls. I guess we could use Safeguard first, because Safeguard is, I didn't mention what it does, but Safeguard will prevent your Pokemon from obtaining, not getting rid of, but it will prevent them from obtaining any status effects. Now, if they've already have a status effect, like, you know, if Swablu got paralyzed and then used Safeguard, it's not going to remove the paralyzation, but if Swablu uses Safeguard and then, you know, gets attacked by a Thunder Wave, then Thunder Wave won't work, so that's how it works. And I caught that one try, which is kind of surprising. So I guess now the best thing to do would be just pretty much going all out on it. Actually, better yet, I can't switch out, so I'm going to use Reflect and see if I can't put it to sleep first so it can't even counter. I know it's got really bad accuracy. I mean, it's like an accuracy of 55. It's pretty low. But, I mean, it can't do anything right now, so... So you can see why this battle could be either really difficult or a complete and utter joke because of Wynaut. I mean, it just kind of depends on how you play it, so... Like I saw earlier, and I completely forgot about it, do watch out because Wynaut has a Shadow Tag, and that will prevent you from switching out your Pokemon. The only time you can switch is whenever one of your Pokemon faints, and then you're allowed to bring in another one. Reflect wore off, well that's fine, I don't really care about it anymore. Let's try Return, see if that does a little bit more. I'm not sure which will do more at this current point in time, because Confusion's not going to be very effective against it. So Return might be stronger in this case. Yeah, they're about even. I'll stick with Confusion for the fact that I have the Twisted Spoon on Espeon, so it'll be a little bit stronger. Safeguard faded, that's fine. I didn't really need Safeguard in case you couldn't tell, but I guess it was worth showing off and also just wasting a turn. And this should get rid of it. Nope, not quite. It might wake up and use Counter or Mirror Coat right here. Nope, still asleep. Alright, fine. Be that way. Swift should be enough to take it out. But yeah, the only thing that can make Wynaut even easier to get rid of, besides the fact it can't do anything but counter, is if you slap a status effect on it, like Sleep or Paralysis, it just becomes even easier to beat. As you can see there, that was not really that bad at all. Usually the Hitmontop takes a lot of tries to catch. I'm surprised it only took one. Or one Pokeball, rather. It still only took one try, but taking one Pokeball is kind of surprising. We would have won. Yeah, I'm sure. We should go home for the time being and completely leave that thing on the ground, yeah. It may take some time, so please be patient. Yeah, I'll try it. He lives near the Pokemart down the hill. Alrighty. Yeah, there's one guy in the town that has, like, little to no memory, so he's apparently, you know, a senile old man. No, not you. So we're gonna go over here. I believe this is the right one. Yeah, should be this guy. The relic is supposed to hold power of time to over Celebi. Sure, why not? To beat Celebi, you must use an item called the Time Flute. The Time Flute's actually an item in this game, and in fact, there's 3 of them. The Time Flute is used to purify Pokemon no matter where their heart gauge is at, which sounds really useful, but I usually only use it on Pokemon that have a heart gauge that's very, very difficult to get rid of. I think that was enough to bring... Yes, it was. And so we'll get the small tablet. Thank you. And now that we've gotten that, the PDA received an email. Oh, lovely. Alright, let's have a look. Whenever you need to get emails, because at this point you're going to get a pretty decent amount of them, you go to your email right here. Just got word that our people at Mount Battle's under attack by a group of thugs. Can you help? We think it's the same one Mirror B belonged to. Yeah, what a surprise. And that's how Mount Battle opens up. But now that that happens, where's Mount Battle? It's to the northeast. It's like on the very top of the map. Does he... I thought he asked for your PDA number. Does... Oh, I guess not. Alright, that's fine. It's just expected him to. Now, since we have the opportunity right before we end off the video here, I'm actually going to go purify my team officially. And I might have time for... Well, yeah, I've got time for one other thing if I can remember where it is. My primary concern right now is working on purifying my Pokemon, so you guys can actually see what it's like, because you have to see a Pokemon get purified. Now, I can't purify my Swablu, but after Mount Battle, I'm sure I'll be able to do so. In fact, I might, since next video, what I'll most likely do is go through the first 9 stages and speed it up, because it's going to be just 9 back-to-back. Then probably, yeah, Vander's got one of the time flutes. Then what I'll probably do is come back here and, you know, take, that's just going to be about Selby. I'll probably just come back and bring Swablu back here to let it get purified. This Pokemon may open the door to its heart. Now, Swablu is not that one, but, you know, if the heart gauge is at its minimum, you can have this happen. Now, I'm going to be doing this with all the Pokemon, but the only ones I want you guys to see, because it's all going to be the same thing, is my team. The rest of it's just going to be off screen and doing it during Mount Battle stuff, and it's really going to get repetitive if you watch it that many times. So, whenever you purify a Shadow Pokemon, it will lose its Shadow Rush ability, which kind of seems like a downer, but what are you going to do? And it will regain a certain move. It will also get all the experience points it would have gotten from the battles it's been in. And, of course, you know, for my team, that's going to level them up. You know, that's expected. And in some of their cases, like Flaffy's, going to get Seed Evolve. And so now we've got one of our official team members, because it doesn't evolve again. It starts with a Mareep, and then to Flaffy, and then to Ampharos. Very nice. And for being purified, it will also get a ribbon, but the ribbon's not important. Would you like to give a nickname to Ampharos? Funny you should mention that, because I actually have plans to nickname my entire team, and you can always rename them later. I need to find my notes on that, actually, because I don't know where they are. So, let me check my Word document really quickly. I'm pretty sure I know who Ampharos is supposed to be, but I'm going to check just to make sure. Yep, here it is. Yep, I was right. And I'll leave them all capital letters because I did that for my character and for Jay, so. So we have Mytho, named after Mytho Gamer. And I'm sure there's probably a couple people that are going to be like, well, why didn't you put my name on there? Well, the main reason being is I just kind of wanted to have a pattern, and I had a team of 6, and there's 7 people that I talk to very frequently on Skype, and so it worked pretty well. I'll probably do XD eventually, and then I'm sure I'll have a whole bunch of people competing for whatever, you know, potential name I could use. And Quagsire is already at max, but would you like to give a nickname to Quagsire? Yeah, Quagsire. My gosh, what is wrong with my talking today? Is Elliot okay? Yes. And Quagsire doesn't evolve. It evolves from Wooper, but it won't evolve again, so don't expect to see that. Up next, well, since we can't deal with Swablu. And you'll notice also, I didn't mention it, but if a Pokemon's fainted, you can still bring it here and have it get purified. So lastly, at least for now, I probably won't show Swablu getting purified. I might. I don't know. It's not that big a deal. You can put in the comments if you want to see it. I really don't care. Quilava probably won't evolve right here. It's got to get to level 36, and I don't think it will. Nope. Funny you should mention that. Of course I do. Because Quilava's adorable and AR's adorable. There we go. So that is my team getting purified. Now, for Umbreon and Espeon, you might be thinking, well, you know, they never got purified, and that's true, because, you know, they never had to be, in addition to, I guess, Plusle as well, from when we got him from Duke King, or her. So you might be thinking, alright, well, how do you nickname them? Because, you know, it gave you that prompt to do so. It gave you the prompt whenever you, my gosh, why am I blanking? It gave you the prompt whenever you purified the Pokemon. And that would be what I'm searching right now on Google. So let's find out. Because I'm pretty sure you can find the person that will nickname your Pokemon in this town. C-U-L-O. There. Let's try Wiki Answers, because it never fails, right? He's in Agate Village. That's helpful. I already knew he was in Agate Village. I was looking for a specific spot. Is there anything over here? Yes, there is. There's a little area over here. Ah, it's in the daycare. That's what it is. But first, let's go ahead and pick these up. We have a Silk Scarf. And an Ultra Ball. Well, 2 Ultra Balls. Silk Scarf, I think that raises normal type moves? I don't actually know. Let's find out. Yes! Wow! That was a really good guess. I honestly did not know that's what it was. I just took a guess from memory, and apparently that's what it was. I'm wasting extra time here, I know. It's a long... I guess it's probably going to go up on the weekend. You guys need a long episode, so why not? The daycare is not actually... The daycare itself is not actually open yet, I don't believe. But you can go in there and get the name raiders. Yes, here he is. You should divine Espeons. This is a fine name you bestowed. Yeah, whatever. If you say so, dude. But yeah, you can switch Espeon and Umbreon's nickname here, and I accidentally closed that Word document. So let's see here. Open. What do I have for Espeon? Ah. Just enough room for this. And since it's only fair, I guess I should put 2. You know, 2! Because I know 2 lightnings, so I guess this will be the second one. It is a better name than before. This name's luckiness. It goes right off the scale. Yeah, I'm sure it does. Of course, you could always just get it changed again immediately. And for Umbreon... we'll use Surefire, also known as Sudden Death 9. I don't know, that Lightning 2 doesn't look right. I'll switch it back to 1. Or, you know, just not put a number there. It looks weird to have a 2 right there. Yeah, see, like, even though he says it's like the supreme nickname, you can always just change it again. They're never going to force you to stay with a certain name. Unless, you know, it's like a trade-over, and then I think that's... Is it? Is it the ones that trade that you're not allowed to switch the name on? I think that's what it is. Can we actually get the Shadow Pokemon? Because I think that's the only one I didn't change. Can we change a Shadow Pokemon's nickname? Ah! So that would be a no! Alas and alack. We'll deal with it. Probably next time whenever I have to speed up all those battles. And once I come back here, I'll probably show the Purification, because then I'll also go and change the name on it to my final team member. So for now, I think that will do. So let's go ahead and heal really quickly. And as I head over to the healing center, I shall use my outro. So next time on Let's Play Pokemon Colosseum, we're going to be heading to Mount Battle in order to rescue Vander, who is the leader of Area 1. You'll notice now also we have the under snagged Pokemon. We also have how many we have purified as well, so I'll probably just work on that after I catch all of the Pokemon, because in all honesty, it'd just be easier to just deal with it all at once. Maybe not if you're going for them all, you know, on your time, but since it's not going to be shown on camera, it's not going to be that big a deal for me if I just do it all at once. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. I totally did not heal my team. Okay, I'll go heal my team, and then I'll see you in the next one. Ah!